Alright. Getting everything set up here. Let me get a prediction going as well. I think I'm right here. It's blue 4 defending, op 4 attacking. Yep. Alright, let me get that set. And we should be good. So, we were just... It's gonna be an interesting day. I think instead of Daisy, we'll go right back to fast food sim. I just gotta go get Dante. Maybe we'll get a few other people involved, have some fun with that game, because that was quite interesting. Let me go ahead and clear my recycling bin real quick to make sure I have room for today. Ah, my computer's bugging out. Lovely. There we go. Alright, get rid of all that bulk footage, and then, yeah, okay, we got plenty for the rest of the day. Awesome. Alright, anyway, Friday Night Fights. We're covering at least rounds 1 and 2. Dream is setting up his girlfriend to co-cast between the two of us. So it looks like they're muted at the moment, probably downloading everything. That makes sense. So they'll be joining us later. For now, I'll be solo casting at least round 1. 10 minutes in, we've got, or 5 minutes in at the moment at the 15-minute safe start. Blue 4 is going to be holding 3 different sectors here. Op 4 attacking. I do like the size of this AO. This map's on District 41. That's going to basically allow for a much shorter match, and based off of where the sectors are placed here, you're just going to see Op 4 assaulting up this railway facility here. Nice little custom bridge as well, which appears to be below that tunnel area, but that does make a pretty nice fatal funnel. Blue 4 has 2 static M2 turrets, and Op 4 only has a 5% number advantage. But looking at the other details here, we have our standard, tasks for defend and attack. Mission details here is going to be 800 meters of render distance, only 100 fortify points for the defenders, and then your standard 65-minute round, 15 minutes of stay start, and 50 minutes of the round itself. Notes, the Gaz T-Gear has been rescripted to use the Zoom AGL optics for the PKM. The AGL has been removed. Okay, so it looks like Op 4 were also given a Gaz of some type. So they scripted it in a way so that they can basically use the AGS scope on the PKM. The AGS is disabled, but that is definitely an interesting way to do it. Kind of cool, though. Basically, I think they just rescripted the PKT's gun on the AGS, which is that's an interesting way to do it. There might also be some other ways they did it, but I think for ranging's sake, that's how they would have had to do it, because they can't have it scripted to fire the PKM while looking at the AGS, because it's 2 different entities. But yeah, no, that's kind of nice. So with that, let's go ahead and look at our remaining details here. Nothing on the parameter log. Blue 4, loadout's going to be U.S. Marines for 2020. So we've got 5.56 platforms with 320 GL launchers with the flip sight on the side.
Hello, I'm currently having a few technical issues, and also the McDonald's I ordered from forgot my fucking burgers.
Damn, should have ordered from not Burger King, Bresky.
I should not have ordered from not Burger King. I saw those.
Righto, just tune in whenever. I'm just getting started with everything, so take your time.
Okay. She's warming up my chips for me.
Okay.
Kind of.
I'm just starting on the first round, so I'll keep going with that, and just jump in whenever you're on the serve, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So that's Dream setting his girlfriend up to co-cast. I didn't know this would happen. I was literally told this an hour ago. I'm totally fine with it, though, but let's continue with the round here. So we have Mark 211 marksman rifles in play for Blue 4. We got AT-4s for their light anti-tank, 249s for the light machine gunners, and then 240 Bravos for the medium machine gunners in Delta. And then they have 2 standing statics with 400 rounds of 12.7 across 4 100-round boxes. Op 4, meanwhile, loadouts are going to be, it looks like Russian Spetsnaz base. So we have got AK-74s with NPZ railing on top for Western optics. We also have GP-25s for their Grenadier systems, SVDs for their marksman rifle, RPKs for their light machine gun, RPG-7s for their light anti-tank, and then PKPs for their medium machine gun. And they also get 1 Gaz with a lot. What? So I think the display is broken because this is claiming that they're firing 12-round boxes out of the PKM. That's a weird one. I've never seen something like that before, but when you get into crazy scripting like this, sometimes you get weird scripting differences like that. Maybe it's a precision sniper rifle on an AGS site. Who knows? That's definitely an interesting one. He didn't order from Liru and Dante's, Axel. You're right. He shoulda ordered from BNL's Burger Emporium, right? Or DNL's. DNL's, yeah. Regardless, let's go ahead and look at the roster. Charlotte's going to be commanding Blue 4. Kiri's going to be leading Alpha for Blue 4th. McBain, Vagrant, Tizmo under him. Bravo's got T leading Fawn, Snodgebear, Goose, and Meerkat under him. Depso, Cheeseburger, Zixme, NASA. Major Con and Wonder in Charlie, NASA leading. And then Charlie 1 also has Templar, Gruskovsky, Wiki Quartz, Skipu, and Rambo Man with Rocky 19. Norris being leading Delta, with Latchman under him. You got France, Chris Beer, and a Peasant from 1312 taking all 4 of those medium machine gun rolls. We've got Nemesis leading Op 4. Yanni going to be leading Alpha with Cullis, Malin, Green Shade, Fancy Wise, and Dobbs all together. Bravo being led by Yaza with Jakub, Aquaso, and Utek under him. Swola leading Charlie with Mike and Chris under him. Charlie 1 has Tackleberry, Banks, Jerry, Waldo, and Eric. 5 minutes remaining. Ash, Tomer, Wheaton, Baxinator, and Pi all under Charlie 2. Delta has Friend, Doggo, and Arkin, and then Delta 2 also has Kabubi, Face, and Steve. So some groups outright lacking leadership here. This is probably, let me do a head count. 57 players, so this is definitely one of the smallest matches I've seen for FNF in a while. But funny enough, with the size of this AO, for a 50-minute round, I think this is going to be a good balance of action. Op 4 definitely going to be spending the first few bits kind of doing a lot of maneuvers on the side and whatnot. But let's see how this goes. I think based off of our AOs here, first AO is this building and the collection around it, so very tough to hold this one out. You could have some people stay in these little side rooms. Maybe put some explosive satchels down. But this AO in itself is a bit hard to defend. You can go up on these high areas. But since Blue 4 can only fortify this blue zone in the beginning, there isn't really much for them to do. So that AO is a bit of a throw. This second one, which is back here, it's the collection of these open warehouses and then climbing up to here. We see that they built a bunker line to face south because there's not really much else they can do. And then we have an open line over here. They really should put a thing of cover right here, because if they have a bunker line facing that way, but they have all these fortifications, that's just going to keep them open to being flanked on the rear if Op 4 decide to go along the southern side. But otherwise, the AO in and of itself also holding these 2 warehouse buildings. It's very, very open, to be perfectly honest. And then the third and final sector appears to be this entire railway bridge. And then we also have a building down here, but it's a cereal box. You can't actually enter it. So very, very open AOs. We do have a few niche spots here that people can hide on, which is quite nice. But yeah, a lot of open fighting for this one, especially for One Life PvP. That will be quite interesting. Op 4, we do have some big Overwatch positions on the northern side. They could definitely stack some forces up on and then try to move forces down these little ridges into the AO. But we do have a fair bit of really open spots in between the sectors here that if Blue 4 is smart about, especially with their 4 medium machine gun players, they can create some very nice kill zones out of these open areas. And especially since it's only going to be like 57 players, that's like 25 versus 30, give or take. Like 27 versus 30, I think would be a decent number split. That just means every player is that much more important. And it's that much more important as well. You at least trade 1-to-1. Because otherwise, you're just going to start really stacking a number advantage on your opponent. Charlotte is streaming, and she is Blue 4 Command, so that would be a good perspective. Op 4, they only have a Gaz, but the AGS's scope was put on the PKM, funny enough. And then Blue 4 only have 2 defensive turrets, but it's a low player count. We'll probably cover only 2 rounds. Again, if we get hit with a full 65-minute round and they spawn like 5 kilometers away from each other, that's just going to be a snooze fest. I'd rather go and play, Burger Simulator at that point. I do like these Overwatch positions, though, with the 50 cal here. I think this is a really good spot to overwatch the open fields here. I'm just really worried about these northern zones here. I think Blue 4 is not really going to be able to do much on these, but I think we already see that a few men of Bravo are going to run up. This also wouldn't be a bad place to put some of your own machine gunners, but I would expect there to be a fight for this area, possibly out here, because I think Op4, the most logical thing for them to do would be to put people up here, because that gives them perfect overwatch cover of this one zone here. They can make a nice L-shaped attack or a line push with Overwatch there, and then push these guys over to this corner, and then they've got Overwatch of the other two sectors. So I think Blue 4 would be quite foolish if they don't assault this position outright. Op 4 is usually in Russian gear. In this operation, they're in Spetsnaz Russian gear, and Blue 4 are just Marines. But I would say for 60 to 70% of the matches, especially with a Blue 4 versus Op 4 lineup, Blue 4 is usually in US gear, Op 4 is usually in Russian gear. That's just the age-old lineup you see with an FNF. But yeah, later today, I'm going to be honest, especially with last week, I'm a little burnt out from DayZ, so I just messaged Razor saying I'm taking tonight off. Instead, we're just going to do something silly. And then tonight I'll probably just focus on footage. Tomorrow we're going to have a lot of streaming in the afternoon, and then Sunday we'll have a massive checkpoint RP. And then we'll see what else I decide to fit. But again, there's a lot of IRL stuff going on as well between the wedding, Christmas, making Christmas cookies, wrapping gifts. So I'll probably just be doing a lot more casual streams, but that'll let us catch up with games that I've promised to play, like Sea Power. Maybe a bit more of that Stalker mod with co-op, maybe some more Anti-Stasi. I think in the new year, since we're going to be doing a late month Pay for Pain for Maria Carey or whatever her name is, we'll probably bring a Pay for Campaign back, but for, you know, like Anti-Stasi or something small, you know? That way, I can be on the ground, but I'll only touch the Zeus interface to bring in stuff that you guys can, you know, fund, and that just keeps us going. Because I want to keep it fresh. But I think a joint bit of pain would also be funny. Plus, there's a new campaign I'm working on for POG that will have some pay-for-pain elements. But again, all optional. So, Dream, I think, is getting Molly all set up with the mods and whatnot. He just left TeamSpeak, but I think that's just to set up the TFAR TeamSpeak plugin. But we don't really need that right now because we won't even be using TeamSpeak. Or TFAR to speak, but anyway, Op 4, they dismounted a good chunk of people on the northern side. I'm not in love with that call. I think they should have been dropped off on the edge of the tree line, because this just leaves opportunity for Blue 4 not only to get up on the ridge, but then to poke out and potentially see these guys and start engaging them in the open. I really think they should have just dismounted right on the edge of the tree line, possibly even right here, and had them move in. This just kind of exposes these guys to too much potential danger from Blue 4 moving up. I think they're trying to ferry people moving up this northern side, but if that was the point, then they really should have just dismounted them on the early tree line and then had them pull security on this ridge. Because now you see Blue 4, they pushed a guy down, Op 4 are caught in the open here, and there's not really much they can do from this position. So I feel like this was a bit of a misplay for Op 4. It's still going to work out for them. Unless we have Blue 4 start moving other forces on different angles and starting to flank, which you could very well see as a transitional here. And then we have an AI here. I think that's because we have a Game Master watching. Blue 4 also pushing a few guys up to do some early Overwatch fighting. I agree with that call, having guys pushed up to then slowly start pulling back and potentially picking off some Op 4 players. Especially in a smaller stakes game where you have less people and individual players are that much more important. I think just getting some of that early attrition is a great call. We see some smoke getting fired up here. And then we see that's probably a Hunt IR. Yep, there's it disappearing. There's the Hunt IR. So that's going to tell them how many people we have over here. And then they'll also see that Gaz coming in. You got the rest of these guys moving up. So a significant chunk of Op 4 players going for Overwatch. We're probably seeing a 50-50 split between Overwatch elements and these guys here. Looks like Op 4, they spotted Blue 4 moving up on that position. We're seeing the marksmen start to fire on that tower area. Zixme doing a little bit of medical here. I don't agree with the split of players we see right now. I think Op 4 should have less people on Overwatch. They only need Delta to be up there. But at the same time, I also get that they might think that there's other forces coming. But now we're going to have some Blue 4 in the middle of Op 4's lines here. Because the real trick of when you have a split like this is how quick is Charlie going to be to actually come down into the AO? We have a far GL getting fired. That might have been a smoke because there was no detonation. Yep. Cheeseburger already getting a kill as one Op 4 guy got a little too far off. He's looking around now. Kabubi, I think, has his own auto rifle. I see, yep, he's a PKP gunner. So, member of Delta looking down. Cheeseburger trying to pull away, but a single guy with a 249 in the middle of Op 4's ranks is devastating here. Because that 249 is the deadliest CQC weapon in this AO. Stability of a rifle, but the firepower of an auto rifle. I mean, especially when you run into multiple targets. Just aim at the head level and you will just start stacking bodies. Cheeseburger now taking fire from the Blue 4 garrison there, but that's going to make Kabubi also pull away, so he does risk a bit of friendly fire from being on this side. Op 4 now trying to set up a battle line to sweep the northern side. And then you've got these Blue 4 guys cut off up here, and they're taking active GL fire. So Zixmi's folded back. I don't think he realizes that he's getting pushed from these guys yet. Wonder gets shot twice. Ragdoll's off, and he dies! Oh, that was a dramatic fall point. Zixmi gets a really nice side headshot on Kabubi. Wow, that was a great snipe. Cheeseburger now walking around up here. He tossed some nades. The rest of these guys awfully confused. We just saw an AT4 shot come out. Looks like it was trying to go for this vehicle. It's now going to pull away. And we just see action on multiple different fronts right here. I have a feeling if Blue 4 doesn't go up and clear this position out, Zixmi's going to make him pay for it later. Because he just got a really nice cross-section snipe. He's already up on 2 kills, by the way. So let's see. We got Jakub dead up here. We've got Mike dead over here. I don't think Zixmi got that kill, but we do have Wheaton dead over here. I think Zixmi got that one. Or he double-tapped Kabubi. But yeah, a marksman in the back line is a really great call. The other Blue 4 member just died, though. GL's still going up to this position, so they are trying to kill him. Nemesis leading his guys away, but Zixmi running out on this side I'm a little worried about. Because he is super exposed up there from the east. But I think Zixmi's not going to have a choice but to camp a little bit to play defensive. GL literally smacks above him and he gets knocked out. So great GLs from Op 4. That's a shame that Zixmi, I think because he lost contact with the other guys, he went defensive, and that just set him up to get GL'd, unfortunately. Cheeseburger, meanwhile, on 2 kills himself. Even when you get a few kills, if it's 25 versus 25 on average, this is where it really does matter just to get those kills. Blue 4 looks like they're going to start letting go of the high ground. Kind of agree with that call. Again, it's about attrition, but Cheeseburger could get into a good position with that 249 and do some damage. Zixmi wakes back up, doing some quick medical. He could play it off, though, that those GLs killed him and then pull away. And then just find other positions to get some good overwatching fire. Cheeseburger, meanwhile, on kill number 3. Trying to get some more, but he pulls back. So Doggo died right up here. Close to Wheaton. Vaccinator taking some fire. He gets killed off. So Steve, unfortunately, comes down, gets the kill off of him, but that was Cheeseburger's 4th kill. So great 4-to-1 ratio. And again, when you're fighting, 25 to 30 players, that's just under 20% of the hostile force. So that's a great KD for that. Zixmi, unfortunately, gets double tapped with GLs. And I think his final kill count was 2. The issue is the rest of his team did not get any kills when they were up here. So 2 with none, and then 4 with Cheeseburger and 2 with Zixmi. That's going to be 6 to 4. So nearly 2 to 1 for that entire team. So it evens out a little bit. But I'd say Blue 4, in terms of positioning, now that they don't have any outliers that can get any more free kills for them, it's back to even. If Blue 4 still had 1 or 2 guys on the rear to harass Op 4 going in to get some more attrition kills, that means that Op 4 wouldn't have enough people to assault the bulk of Blue 4's force. because they'd be going in with a numbers deficit, whereas the defenders would have a number advantage. So I think right now it's pretty much even. But I mean, we can just count skulls here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to blue 4's 4. But you gotta remember, Op 4 started with a 5% number advantage, so the numbers right now are pretty much even. Whereas if blue 4 still had Cheeseburger or Zixme alive to rack up a few more kills, again, since it's only like 55, 57 players right now, even a single player can make the difference. So what I'm worried about now is Op 4 is going to get some really good overwatching positions from up here and be able to snipe at people. You already see that they've had to do some medical up here. I feel like these positions can potentially get overexposed from that taller ridge. And it's more likely that they're just going to get one-tap headshotted up here. I'm going to adjust my mic a little bit. Now, 50 cal is going to do a great job to deter the vehicle from coming around. It's going to do a great job of suppressing up here, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. NASA could make a difference, though, if he engages in CQC. Especially if he gets on the rear of some of these forces. You can also see some wild GLs go up here, but what you're going to end up seeing is this force moving ahead, these guys trying to stop them.
Hello.
It's kind of funny that they're taking friendly fire up here. GL goes up there. What's up?
Oh, hey.
Just in the middle of casting round 1.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. But otherwise,
we're
we've
here
got...
now.
Yep.
Gonna get us into the game and then I'll have a molly on that.
Yep. AT, that's from an RPG. They tried to put it on Kiri's M2. Neither able to kill that. NASA, I think, put a GL right to the vehicle, and now it's pulling away. I got the 240 trying to unload on it, but again, that Gaz is lightly armored, so we'll be able to shrug off some of those shots. And now we also have Depso on the side, trying to find a position. He's just climbing up instead of using the ladder. Nemesis might have spotted him last second, though. So we might see some tactical grenades get thrown up here. Nemesis telling Green Shade to potentially throw an 8 up there. If they time it well, they could get a good kill. We see some explosives go off in the corner here as those timers start up. But it looks like Op 4 wised up to that because Dobbs is an explosive specialist. So we saw where those satchels were, and he pulled Yanni to the corner. So good attempted use of an explosive trap by Blue 4, but it just wasn't effective enough. Depso, meanwhile, looks like he got grenaded by some of Nemesis's nades there. And taken out. So now we got Op 4 transitioning to this nice little shape here. Depso not double tapped by a grenade. Nemesis trying to go up high to see if he sees any movement to immediately engage it head on. That's a good call. He gets up, but Depso gets the headshot. And that's also because Nemesis had a radio backpack, so his antenna was over his head, and that made it a little easier for Depso to snapshot him like that. So now you got Green Shade trying to come up here. He seems to have gotten a little bit stuck, though. Alright, he gets out, but he could just go right up here and then hit Depso. But Shade is still stuck. The game doesn't know where to place him here. There we go. Still, we got some overwatching fire from the hills, but now it's going to be up to Depso. He hears the footsteps. So he's literally prone and pointing upward. Sector 1 taken by Op 4 Depso. If he has a grenade, this would be a great time to just lob a grenade up there. Instead, he's risking it by doing a little bit of medical. Very risky, because someone could pop their head over at any time. AT going up on the ridge as well. But yeah, Green Shade's going to declare it safe. Depso's going to play dead, leaning onto the side here. .50 cal shots going over to Green Shade's position. But all of them with entire Op 4 group now coming around. Depso could be in a really good position to do damage. He does have a GL, so if he has a few HE rounds remaining, he could get some free kills here. Old school noob tubes, right? I want to see if he hears someone coming up on the ladder. And then Nemesis died over here. Yanni, I think, just spotted his body, though. You always gotta ask a question when you see a dead body. How did that person die? If Depso knew this team was over here, he could just lean out and start getting some pickoffs here. I think Depso can hear their footsteps from below. He doesn't want to risk poking his head up because I think he thinks that some people are going to spot him, but he's also busy with medical. Green Shade trying to look around. That 50 cal. I guess they moved it because I don't see any 50 cal coming. Nope, there it is. So it's on the first story, and they're now going to use it to suppress this position. They just got another kill with that 50. But yeah, Depso in a really good spot to backflank here. Yanni busy looting Nem's body. But now we're going to start running into the Overwatch fallacy. We have way too many people on Overwatch. Looks like the Gaz got taken out by 50 cal rounds. Engine smoked out. Yep. So now these guys are going to be unable to disseminate down into the sector, and these guys are going to get stopped by that other 50 cal. And then Depso's in a good position to hit these guys from the rear. So I think this is a blue 4 victory. Just based off of positioning, based off of unit spread.
Okay, Liru, you here?
Yeah.
She is set up. I'm going to hand her the headset, and you're going to teach her everything you know about Arma 3, okay?
Sure. Let me know when you're good. Again, I don't know why this is happening. I'm just accepting it, you know? All right. I'm just going to cue my mic up. We got Depso climbing the ladder. He's going to get right behind a good chunk of Op4 here in a very good position to take out a few people as that Op4 team is trying to move around the southern side to envelop the main blue 4 position, but a lot of Op4 is still stuck on the overwatching positions on the north. The question now becomes, can this Op4 group get to that central sector? Or are they going to get either stopped from forces disseminating down, which we already see, a few blue 4 guys now moving to the low ground counter, and can Depso get on the rear of that Op4 position and continue to engage, but it looks like he's going to be playing overly cautious. But I've already called this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a blue 4 victory unless we see something major happen, which we might. We got Kiri now. No, that's Jerry. Running in to this blue 4 position here. He might be able to get a lot of pickoffs here. Yep, Crisper gets killed, and a lot of this blue 4 garrison actually went to the low grounds to counter Op4 coming in, so it might be a small play like this that actually wins it for Op4.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. I'm nervous.
That's okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played. I don't know the game.
That's all right. I don't know why Dream dropped you here, but I'll do my best to keep you in the loop. Alright, I also gotta turn you up. I just watched a guy grenade himself. Jerry. Good job, Jerry. Good job. Alright, so blue 4 lost a good chunk of their forces in the low ground as well. Trying to get him here, but will that be enough? Yes, that guy did just grenade himself. That was interesting to say the least. We got some more grenades being thrown down. And more Op4 now trying to run down from the ridge to get to the central sector. Blue 4 is going to live or die by the central sector here because they don't have anything on the far eastern sector. And that's pretty much what's going to determine this game. Molly, I will be, I'll walk you through everything in the next round. It's just I'm in the middle of this round, so it's hard for me to jump you in immediately, you know?
I have no idea what's going on. So
that's okay. Just watch them shoot each other. That's always part of the fun. Grenade goes by Yanni, and that takes him out. Looks like blue 4 because Jerry killed himself with that grenade. They're reestablishing control of this position. And they're suppressing any Op4 that come around. There are some really nice underbank spots here that Op4 can utilize to maneuver around, but they're also really nasty grenade traps. You've got Green Shade coming around. He's going to catch Snodgepair on the rear with an RPK. multiple shots to the back of the head. I'm going to rule that as a Hillary Clinton. It's a shame that that Blue 4 member committed suicide. Looking at the dispersion of the map, though, Depso was able to rack up a few kills coming up on the high ground here. It did look like Op4 for a time was winning this low ground battle, but because of Depso's actions and a few other actions from Blue 4 to reestablish this line, I think for now they're okay. But if we check the entirety of the map, it's actually really hard to see if anyone has a number advantage at the moment. Op4, they pulled some of their overwatching elements down from that ridge, so they're keeping up some pressure, and they're also distracting some of the 50 cal emplacements, but we're now seeing Op4 just kind of trickling into this AO, but at the same time, do Blue 4 have the numbers to defend? Let's do a quick head count. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 Blue 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 Op4. It's dead even. Explosive trap goes off, but it nets 0 kills. A second one goes off. I think those were great placements for the explosives. I just don't think Op4 were close enough. There was a bit of a mistiming there by Blue 4 to cook those off. That would have gotten an amazing triple kill, though, and distinctively given Blue 4 an advantage, but they were just off by a few moments to get that multi-kill. Got McBain walking around up here trying to find another guy to pick off, but he starts taking fire. That's why he's going left and right, because he doesn't want to immediately get domed. Depso came around, got his 4th kill on that Op4 straggler, that Hillary Clinton, that one guy put some double tap shots as well. But Blue 4 now have their rear completely covered. They just need to focus on the northern attack. Norris going around, Ash in the building above him, trying to find a good angle to pick off anyone in that construction building. Norris taking some shots at Tomer and manages to get the headshot, and that takes out one of Op4's remaining Overwatch elements here. I think Blue 4 has the number advantage now. You got also Seismo running around to the other Overwatch and Op4 player. That's Eric. He's on no kills. Seismo on 1 as a marksman. Could quickly get a ranging headshot. Eric's trying to build himself some fortifications to strengthen his position. Norris coming in on the back. And he immediately gets gunned down by Ash. Ash was hiding in the back corner. Good call by Ash there. Arkin gonna run in as well to back Ash up, but he might not even know that that's a friendly. They did just sight each other, but they quickly PID, a little bit of friendly wiggle going on. Excellent. I would hate to see Op4 potentially lose this because of friendly fire incidents. Got some dropped weapons up here. That's cute. All right, next play is probably going to be made by Seismo here. Eric's entrenchment might get spotted easier by Seismo, but he doesn't fully push up the corner. He's going to end up right across the trench line that's being dug by Eric, but no, he's going to hunker down instead. If he takes a shot, that means Eric's just going to hone in on his position and take him out.
Liru.
Yes.
Do you think the the hiding in the construction site
Got knocked out there. I'm going to be honest.
Construction site is a good idea. That's what I said. Yeah.
The what?
Them hiding in the construction site.
Did Dream tell you to ask that?
No. That was all me. I know what I'm doing.
All right, totally. Tell Dream I said hi. But no, the construction site was a great call because that gives them a great overwatch position of all the central sector, which they've been trying to hold.
Excuse me, I'm not here.
No, of course you're not, Dream. Right.
No, he's not.
Hey, Cobalt, how you doing, broski? Charlotte coming up and getting a knockout on Ash. Arkin's back there. Charlotte trying to get the double tap. 6 kills now, 7 for Charlotte. Trying to defend against Arkin here. But gets cut down. It was a PKM versus 240 fight, so pretty much mirrored in medium machine guns, but Blue 4... Okay, looks like Seismo did come up and find Eric and take him out with a headshot. Blue 4 are at least up by a few at this point. We have 8 Blue 4 remaining and 4 Op 4. The number ratio is 2 to 1. Charlotte did get a bit greedy there, I will agree. got some great keyhole positions that Op4 is trying to utilize to take out the remaining Blue 4 members, but with the death of momentum, I don't think we're going to see Op4 make any more attempts on the sectors. Oh, no, I'll scratch that. Successful attempts. Just going to be single-player tactics at this point. I genuinely do not see how Blue 4 can win this unless we see an Adriado. And for those of you that are new, an Adriado is a term I use for a player that somehow ends the game 21-0 soloing it for his team. If you haven't already, go look up on the Shenanigans channel. Just type Liru Adriado incident. It'll come up with a round of Friday Night Fights. It will be the best round you've ever seen. One man literally eliminates 2 other teams on his own and does so well to the point they had to stall the next round of FNF to check if he was hacking. Meanwhile, I watched every single moment of his gameplay, and he was not hacking, he was just that good. It was brilliant. Alright, Skipu gets another kill. Actually, that's his first, and we're down to 3 Op4 players versus 8.
In my opinion, what was it called?
Oh my god.
just hearing Dream in your background. In my opinion, what was it called? Dream. Oh my god.
Adriado was not that good. Something like that.
Huh?
Adriado was not that good.
Well, Adriado was better than SL Dream. By a mile.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but I agree.
It's okay. Oh, yeah, no, definitely agree with that one. Definitely.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna have to turn her up after this round. Alright, Arkin coming into the construction building. We just have a slowdown now because it's only a handful of people remaining. Blue 4 are going to stay defensive. Arkin assaulting from one angle, and then you got 2 other guys next to each other. T running up to where Arkin was. We also have Latchman nearby. Fairchild also nearby. So there's like 3 different players. One's probably going to get killed by Arkin, but then you're going to have the other 2 home in. 50 cal going out. Arkin gets the first kill. T's going to start honing in, but he doesn't realize where that is. Meanwhile, Fury runs up. Dodges most of Chris's shots. Chris going to be doing a panic reload as Swoola's knocked out. And Curie gets saved by McVeigh. And now it is just up to Arkin, who gets another kill off of T. Arkin on 3. Fairchild, though, might get run up on. Both have the medium machine gun. Arkin immediately tries to put shots on Seismo. Great flanking play there. Fairchild immediately running it with that 240. Gonna catch Arkin in the back. And immediately knocks him with that. And that is GG. It's a Blue 4 victory. Played out as I expected. Too many people on the Overwatch element. A few little misplays in the beginning, but based off of Op4's main tactic there, it made sense. What really helped Blue 4 out was those 2 plays by Cheeseburger and Zixme to get a few multi-kills in early on. Yes, Molly, because clearly it's Molly and not Dream.
Sorry, I hope I'm not interrupting. I just want Molly to make a prediction for who wins next game.
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry, I'm trying to edit your the mic volume.
Sorry, her microphone is.
It's literally not.
I want her to make a prediction to who wins next game.
Yeah, that's doable. I'm just resplicing some of my audio levels so I can hear you a bit better. Should be good. Alright, that was a Blue 4 victory. There we go. And... Alright, set myself to voice acty so I can do commands while we speak. But, alright. Dream, Molly, how you two doing today?
Hello. We're good. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm quite fucking upset. I ordered a McDonald's and they didn't deliver my fucking burger.
Well, that's because you didn't go to Dante and Liru's Burger Emporium.
Yeah. What the hell?
You went to the wrong place. What can I say? I mean, how many places sacrifice quality? Oh, we changed the names multiple days until we found the right one, you know? Gotta find the right spot for your burger. Alright, this is gonna be round 2.
I'm so excited for round 2.
Okay, there's a lot of assets. This is gonna definitely be a longer one. So, blue 4. If I can spell blue 4 correctly. Is attacking a green 4 sector and terminal site. Blue 4. Yep.
Dream wants me to tell you that he bought that game, by the way.
For burgers? Alright, we'll do that after FNF. Alright, so blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage. That makes sense because they're the attackers here. A warrior IFV. 4 Land Rover. Oh. No, okay, so we can skip those, but 2 HMG Land Rovers. A speedboat minigun. An AH-6. Wait. Yeah, AH-6M Little Bird. And transport. While Green 4 has 2 BTR ADAs, 2 UAZ Dishka cars, and then 4 static HMGs. Because Cords and Dishkas, in terms of Arma 3, are pretty much the same thing. And then our map for this monstrosity is going to be Gulf Coast. Excellent. Yeah, Blue 4 won the last round. It ended up going 8-3, and then I think 7-0.
Liru, I'm really excited for our double date. When is it happening?
When are you stateside? Or what will we play then? Should we just do fast food sim or something silly like that?
That would be fun.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I just need some spare time. Just to switch brains, it's going to be a bit difficult to do it till January, mainly because Bloodwing is dealing with her job to the point she had to get an extended work week for it so she could work extra hours because she's transitioning into a new position within her company. And then on top of that, both her and I are doing Christmas shopping, a bunch of cookie baking, because every year we bake a bunch of cookies for our friends. We have our 10-year anniversary trip to plan for, so we still got to get ski wear. And then we're still planning logistics for Christmas between spending time with my family and her family. And then I also am busy, so... Oh yeah, and wedding shit, too. So I would say let's shoot for, like, an early January, if that would be okay. Is that good with you and Dream?
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Do 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 do
I'm sorry, I have a man in my ear, like, I can't. This is... I have 2 men in my ear, it's very amazing.
Okay. TLDR? Or would it be TLDS? Or L? TLDL. Totally didn't listen. Anyway, early to mid-January, I think would be the earliest we could do something.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
right, we'll do the next prediction when the round actually starts. We've jumped up to around 60, so we'll probably be around 32 versus 27 for that small 5% number advantage. And I will do my best to go over everything.
Okay, sorry, Liru. I don't mean to be interrupting once again. Chat, she's going to be telling you who you should vote for. I'll tell her the names, and you have to vote for what she says.
Okay, Dream, is she gonna be choosing, or are you gonna be telling her who to choose? Damn, all I get is silence.
I'm gonna let. So you're gonna do the whole thing where you read out their what they
Okay.
have, and then she's gonna make a decision off that.
Okay. I will do as best I can. You know, Molly, is Dream actually a Tory?
Yeah.
I knew it. Okay. Damn.
But I'm not though. I'm not. I'm not.
And obviously you're not. No.
No, obviously I'm not.
Cool people aren't Tories. Looks like you got disconnected. Just make sure you grab your spectator slot again. You know, I would love to weaponize channel points so we can like blackjack and gambling and add a revenue system for that. I'd love to turn into a gambling establishment. That'd be great. Take out a second mortgage, bet it all on green. Bro, you'll make me go bankrupt if you win that. Yeah, Dream is unironically a Tory. I thought we established that. Shark, maybe, but I don't think anyone's in the mood to play it today, unfortunately. Not gonna lie, after this week, I wouldn't mind playing a game like Fast Food Sim just to turn my brain off and be stressful about one little instance. Also, what's a Tory?
What, Dream will tell you what's a Tory because he is one. What is it?
But I'm not a Tory.
You are a Tory.
I'm not a Tory.
You are a Tory.
I'm not a Tory.
You
Just
literally are.
think of who Dream is, and then just imagine that as a
He just
Tory.
looks like a Tory. Like he has Tory vibes about him. Maybe even like a little bit of racism. I don't know.
Wow, damn, Dream. Is there a side about you that I don't even know?
That's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing to say.
Damn,
Oh, no.
Dream. I thought I knew you, buddy. He's the worst kind of Brit, yeah. Wow.
He is.
You know,
a lot
I
of
hope they come... I hope Dream says something on social media and the police come and they just jail him for it. I feel like he's getting to that line of logic at that point. Also, yes, I would love, I told Bloodwing for Christmas, I would love, like, a little dice tray and another camera. And then we can make a second gacha game, because we already have the Plinko board. We can add dice rolling, too.
Chat, I'm not racist, I promise.
That's... I don't know, chat, do you believe him? I might not, after everything. And before he puts a roulette board on his desk, I totally would. That'd be
You
awesome.
need to stop talking. You need to stop talking.
Here's the deal. So let's actually focus on the sector. So we've got blue force spawning in the far left corner here, and then we've got green force spawning by one of the terminal objectives, and then all the way to the south they have another sector to hold on the beach. So blue force spawning on the eastern side, green force spawning on the northwest. No, I lied to you. Blue force spawning northwest, green force spawning northeast, but they can also move south to cover that other sector objective. Exactly, Charlie. I gotta be careful, though. I mean... If Dream is actually a closet racist, we could get into a lot of trouble by being affiliated with him. It's okay. At least there's wonderful
He might
people.
slur you.
Oh my god,
Right?
you need to stop. You need to stop.
We have to be mindful, though. At least there's wonderful people out there like Molly to keep people like Dream in line.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah.
I mean, Dream, when I met you, I thought you were a Minecraft YouTuber that did very inappropriate things to people that I will not name. So, you know, maybe
No,
you do need
no,
Molly
no,
to
no,
set
no,
you
no,
straight.
All I'm gonna say is you don't know how. Oh no. I think I'm in trouble.
I mean, it's your place, though. You can just lock him in your closet or basement or whatever, you know? He's a Tory. He's not even a real human being.
I'm going to the toilet.
Okay.
You're alone.
Okay, he's leaving me. Oh my god. Okay.
He's leaving you? Wow.
Well, he's leaving
Dang.
the room, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the room. Okay, I was about to say, damn, that
No,
relationship.
no, not our relationship. Just yet.
Oh, I know, Valkyrie. That's what I was alluding to, but I don't need to say that out loud. We don't need to get into trouble like that. All right. So blue 4 is now attacking. Green 4 is defending. Let me go ahead and set that up real quick. And I'll set it for 20 minutes, actually. Cool. All right, so I will do my best to explain everything I can, and if you have a question, just cut in and I'll shut up, okay? No, I think she's tying Dream up and putting him in the closet.
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm just... I don't know what I'm doing. Like, am I supposed to press continue or something?
No, so we're waiting because they're explaining things. It'll automatically push us in. But I was just saying, I'll do my best to explain everything.
Yes.
If you need me to repeat anything or slow down or whatnot, just let me know. I will do my best.
Okay, you might have to go a bit slow because I am an Overwatch player.
That's okay. Oh, that's fine. Dream is mentally handicapped, so I always have to go slow with him. So it's fine. Round 2, yeah. And if I say random stuff, it's because I'm also addressing my chat, because there's usually anywhere from like 50 to 150 people that watch this.
Oh, hello, chat. Liru's chat, hello.
You know, all right, chat. Let's run a quick internal poll without actually running a poll here. Do you like Molly or Dream more? Just type Molly for Molly or Dream for Dream. Who would you prefer to co-commentate in the future? Wow. We have at least
am I winning?
We have at least 20 answers, and not a single one was Dream. We had a no comment, but yeah, just literally a text wall of text that says Molly. Okay.
I have to screenshot that and put it on my wall or something.
Oh, finally, we have someone that says Dream because he smells of cheese. Dark Pikachu, how do you know what he smells like through your computer?
Yeah.
It's a little interesting. All right. So, first thing you're going to want to do is hit F1 to make that stuff on the bottom right disappear.
F1.
Next thing you're going to want to do is hit the N key so we open up night vision because it's a dark map.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's see. Then hit the M key to open up the map.
M key, yes.
And then you can scroll out a little bit. You'll see a bunch of blue and green markers. Right-click near the group of blue, and that'll move your camera to them. And then you can use WASD to move your camera around with the mouse. By holding right-click, you can change the angle of your camera. We're going to focus on blue 4 first, okay?
Oh, okay, yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, he's back now. Oh.
Okay. So.
Okay, he says, okay, yeah. Okay.
First, we're going to go over the mission details. So if you look on the top left, there will be a button that says mission details. You can click on that. And then you'll see tasks, briefing, log, blue 4, and independent.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So tasks, we already saw this in the beginning. It's a bit bugged right now. It's going to say to both of them that both blue 4 and green 4, in 4 is green 4, are defending. That's a lie. Blue 4 is attacking what appears to be a terminal and a sector. How these two objectives work is as follows. The terminal, if any blue 4 member moves up to it, they'll get an ability to interact with the terminal. Once they do that, a 90-second timer will start. And if that 90-second timer elapses, the terminal will then explode, and blue 4 gets that objective done. In any point of that 90 seconds, any of the green 4 players can run up to the terminal and interact with it to stop that timer. And then blue 4 has to run up and interact with it again, and it restarts that 90-second timer. So that's the fight for that objective. The second objective is a sector. How blue 4 takes the sector is they have a number advantage in that sector to green 4. So let's say green 4 has no one in the sector. If a blue 4 guy enters it, it'll start a 60-second timer. And then as long as blue 4 doesn't lose that number advantage in the sector, in those 60 seconds, they will then take the sector, and then green 4 cannot retake it. So let me throw you through a few scenarios. If Green 4 have 4 people in the sector, Blue 4 needs to at least push in 5 people into the sector in order to start that timer. If at any point Blue 4 kills one of the Green 4 guys in that sector, let's say because they enter with 5 people, and it turns into 4 versus 4, the timer then resets because Green 4 loses that number advantage. Or Blue 4, sorry. But that one's a bit tougher to grasp in terms of the objectives because it's basically whoever has more people in it. If they have the number majority of the attackers, they then start counting down the sector, and as long as they can keep that number advantage anywhere in the sector, which if you hit the M key,
yes.
And then scroll out, you can then see where Sector OBJ is marked. It's that entire area, which is a beach. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of STVs, which are little mini submarines there, so that's for a bit of cover, but that's going to be a pretty tough objective to hold, because if you look right to its west, there's a bunch of apartment buildings that the defenders can just situate on and kill anybody that goes onto the beach itself, so that's a tough AO, but otherwise that's what Blue 4 is trying to do. So Blue 4, if we go into the brief tab, before we actually get to the Blue 4 tab, let's just read off what our other variables are. So the view distance is 1,000 meters, so basically the player base can see everything up to 1,000 meters before they get fog, and then they can't see anything. Fortify points, that's for the defender to basically build fortifications within their spawn zone. 100 points, it's a little less than normal because the normal number is usually 125, but that allows for the defenders to build some fortifications around more than likely the terminal site, because that's where they spawn. Fortify color is just the color of what the sandbags and HESCO barriers and all the stuff they can build is. It's going to be green, and then the time limit 65 minutes because you have a 15-minute grace period, which is called safe start, for both sides to plan out what they're going to do, and then you have an actual 50-minute round match for Friday night fights. Then we have a notes tab, which has a lot of stuff here. Okay. So the terminal objective, once complete, will trigger a large explosion which will destroy the ship, which I assume is nearby the terminal. Should you not wish to be exploded into bits, it's recommended that you vacate the ship as soon as possible. Okay. We'll go over to that in a second. Huh?
We should probably read it.
You want to read it?
I can read it, yeah, sure.
Alright, go ahead.
The notes, yeah?
Yeah.
The terminal objective, once complete, will trigger a large explosion which will destroy the ship. Should you not wish to be exploded into bits, it is recommended that you vacate it as soon as possible. Blue 4's second objective is hidden from them until they destroy the ship. It is a small open patch of ground, set to 15-second capture time, so they essentially only need to reach it to complete it. For gameplay purposes, Infor are aware of its location from the start. The little bird has a handful of parachutes in its inventory. What is that? What is a little bird?
We'll go over it later.
Okay, we'll go over it later. Okay. While the mission starts in darkness, it becomes almost completely light 10 minutes after safe start ends. The warrior tank will tank most rounds, so only MAT, satchels, and a lot of AP rounds will destroy it in practice. Cords and dushkums have had their ammo count increase.
Alright, good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we'll go over what that all means as we go over the rest of everything. There's also a background tab. I think you're still gonna keep reading.
Oh, am I actually?
Yeah, you got an epic voice on.
I'm not. No, that's gonna be no. Okay, I'll do it. But I'll do it my normal.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. Since the early 90s, the island nation of Valverde and its leader, General
Ernesto,
have been hostile to Britain in
Guyana.
Yeah. To take the once,
Oh my god.
which has largely been ignored by the British government. Will British government mention?
Keep going.
Okay. However, following significant growth of, what was it, Arius army over the last few years, his recent purchase of multiple US destroyer named VVS Rasa, they have decided to intervene. Whoa. To that end, the special service Blue 4 has since been sent in on has been sent in on a dawn raid to destroy the ship and escape the island. The Val Verde Navy, INTFOR, stand in their way and have been tasked with protecting Arias's prized asset at all costs.
You did an English test today.
I did an English exam today, so I didn't do that very well.
No, I don't think it's a headset.
You're not saying anything.
Hmm?
Oh, hello. I'm done now.
It's alright. Okay. I'll grab the mission rules, alright? Very, very long paragraph in the mission rules for me to read. Alright. Do not fortify on the ship or block any of its gangplanks leading onto it. Is that what they're called? Gangplanks? What? I've never heard that one before. Alright. Otherwise, nothing in the log, I believe. No performance tweaks. Okay, so Blue 4. Going over their gear here. So, click on the Blue 4 tab and click Loadout. So it's Special Forces in black gear here. So we've got... This is going to be a lot of technical terms. I apologize in advance. We've got a 5.56 based rifle with a 320 GL on the second icon. Third icon is going to be a Mark 211 marksman rifle.
She won the poll. I've been with you for the last 4 years. What the hell?
Fourth icon is an M249. Fifth one's going to be an AT4 for their light anti-tank. Sixth icon's going to be a Moz for their medium anti-tank. And the seventh icon is the MP7 for their crew. Otherwise, going down the additional tabs under the loadout category, first we have the FV510 Warrior, which is going to be their IFV. For this game, and as it said in the notes of the mission, this thing's incredibly tanky. So it's either going to need to be mag dumped by the two BTR-80 Alphas with those armor-penetrating rounds, or hit with a satchel, or hit with the opponent's medium anti-tank, which we'll get to later. Otherwise, it doesn't list how many AP rounds it has. It just lists the L21A1 Rarden. But we see that it lists its coax ammunition for a 7.62 minigun. Interesting. Otherwise, that is that. We do have the A86 Little Bird, which is equipped with an M134 gun pod with 3,000 rounds. We've got 6 assault boats, which are just small little rubber dinghy boats that can transport people. We also have a speedboat minigun, which is equipped with a rear M134 minigun with 2,000 rounds. We've got 2 Land Rovers with 600 rounds of the M2 in the back, and then we've also got 4 UN transports. That's cute. All right, loadouts for Green 4 are private army kits. So, yeah, just basic chest rigs and whatnot. Otherwise, it looks like we have AK-74s. The second AK-74 is a GP-25 for its platform. M76s, which are chambered in 8mm Mauser for their marksman rifles. PKMs for their light machine gunners. RPG-7s for their light anti-tank. RPG-32s for their medium anti-tank. And then they've got AKS-74Us, one of my favorite guns to see in FNF, or any sort of Arma 3 PvP, because of the amount of memes we've done with it, down for their crew, and I believe it's only crew because there's no pilots. Otherwise, they have 2 Dishkas with 350 rounds as opposed for 250 rounds that we normally see in FNF, so that's across 7 50-round boxes. Same with the Cords, and they are chambered in the same ammunition, so in terms of armor, it's just the same weapon platform. So 4 static MGs, we do have 2 Dishka cars, which only have 250 rounds, and then 2 BTR-80 Alphas. Both have 150 rounds of AP ammo with that 20... I think it's a 30mm, actually. And then the PKT with 2,000 rounds for that coax gun, which is the equivalent of a medium machine gun. Otherwise, that is pretty much it for both factions. Now I'm going to read the roster. All right, so Vaccinator is going to be commanding for Blue 4. Kiri going to be leading for Alpha with Crisper as his 2IC. Alpha being led by a peasant from 1312. He's got Fancy, Germa, McBain, Pi, Greenshade, Waldo, and Tomer under him. Bravo being led by Yaza with Acido, Utek, and Jakub under him. Charlie being led by Wiki Quartz with Templar, Rambo Bambo, Rocky 19, Grishkovsky, and Skipu under him. Echo being led by Alexander. Charlotte taking the medium anti-tank gun, and Seasmo and Sam going to be the assistants, so that team's going to have 6 rockets total. Golf 1, the Warrior has Snaja Parrot, Fonz, and Meerkat all altogether listed, though Meerkat is right now in the AH-6, probably talking with the pilot crew to coordinate, because Goose and team are flying pilot and co-pilot, which is great because that means that Little Bird's going to get the camera. Otherwise, jumping over to Green 4, I do not see a commander listed. Okay, he's all the way in the bottom. So Eric is commanding from the bottom of the roster for Green 4. Green 4 otherwise has Ash leading Alpha with Tackleberry and Chris under him. Alpha 1 has Banks and Mike together. We're probably going to see all of Alpha merge together unless they're going to stick with these small teams, because we also have Wheaton, Piranha, and Swola under Alpha 2. But again, no leadership under Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, so they'll probably form up a squad. NASA leading Bravo with Zixme, Dobbs, Cheeseburger, Defso, Kremet, and Major Khan all together. Charlie Mead led by Bates with Latchman, Norris, Fairchild, and France all together. Echo leading, being led by Nemesis with Yanni taking the medium anti-tank with Wise and Cullis. That's going to be another 6 rockets for that medium anti-tank team. Arkin and Dago together, Kabubi and Kabubi Face and Steve also together to form 2 pairs of 2 for the BTR 80 Alphas. And then you got Wombat and Wonder under Bravo 1 and Bravo 2, probably going to form up with Bravo Actual. All right. Molly, you can hit the N key a few times again until you get normal vision, because it is going to start getting bright. Because if you stay in night vision, it's going to start getting too bright to see anything. Well, I like doing the roster voice quickly, Chad. It makes me feel cool.
Wait, what's the prediction thing I got to do?
You've got to tell them who's going to win.
Who's gonna win? Blue 4.
Alright, Molly is saying Blue 4 is going to win
all
now.
in. Yeah, Blue 4.
There are a few extra things to note. If you were to pan over to where the terminal is, it is on a frigate, which traditionally in FNF have been very, very difficult to assault. And then we do see that static machine guns are getting moved to the frigate to basically stop from any ships from coming in. We do have some cargo crates in the back to add some texture so that it's not immediately hit. And there's multiple entry points to the ship on the front, the bow, and the starboard side, I believe, because port's left, starboard's right. But I don't know. We also have a BTR-80 Alpha in the water to be an amphibious turret. So if Blue 4 tries to do any boat assault, it's not going to work out too well. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like Green 4 are gonna win this one because the CQC that you see on the ships is very, very advantageous to the defenders to win. I see that Green 4, they have set up a lot of crazy defensive positions to kind of... Wow, we got some stuff put down to interdict any rushes. That's quite interesting with the fencing on the road and whatnot, but the way we see so many things stacked around all of the ships themselves, I mean, or all around the ship, I should say, and on the rooftop of the ship, yes, Blue 4 do have some long-range capabilities. They got that AH-6 Little Bird, and they've got the Warrior, but once it actually goes into the internal part of the ship, I'm not sure there's going to be much that Blue 4 can do to actually attack. Hey, Molly, there's this weird guy talking on your account in my chat. Do you want me to ban him real quick?
Oh, yeah, ban him.
Okay.
Ban him.
All right, one
Mods
second.
get him.
It's your account.
Yeah, mods get him.
It's your account.
Yeah, okay. Mods.
It's your account.
Mods.
Time down for 10 minutes. God damn it.
Perfect. I really hate identity theft, you know? So,
Yeah, me too. It's horrible.
absolutely horrible. And then Green 4 know where that second sector is. That only gets revealed to Blue 4 after they hit the boat, so... And then we have a big chunk of Blue 4 infantry. Ooh. Looks like there was a 3-car pileup and a lot of wounded Blue 4 back here. They might need to get the admin to help speed all that up. They've got the Warrior pulling Southern Security in the meantime. But...
Liru, Molly disagrees with you on the thought that Green 4 are going to win, and this is why she thinks it.
Okay.
Because blue is a nice color, and green is not a nice color.
Okay, well,
So-
green's my favorite color, so you're wrong, but that's
Blue's
okay.
my favorite color, so this is awkward.
Very. That's okay. My brother's favorite color is blue, and I almost said something.
Well, at least they've.
Go on. Go,
I can't. Oh my
go,
god.
go on, spit it out. Yeah, no, go on.
Normally I would mute myself, but then you would hear me through your mic, so I can't. But damn, Liru banned off of Twitch any percent speedrun. I mean, what I was gonna say probably would, to be perfectly honest.
I'm kind of curious. I want to know.
No, stop
I
asking
want
him
to
if
know.
it's gonna
Please
get.
tell me.
This is his job.
Okay, just message me.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah, you have me on Discord, so yeah.
Oh my god. Alright. In the meantime, we're just going to see Blue 4 setting up here. They'll probably get their cars fixed and whatnot. And then Green 4, we see a lot of forces going out of the defensive area, basically, to set up a position. And then you see that BTR-80 Alpha going far north. Yeah, there's not really any way for Blue 4 to attack from the northern side because the map's cut off. So I guess they're just going north for covering that. But, weird call. It's okay. Yeah, Twitch Ian's not here. I know, but I'm not going to risk that. Molly, if you can shoot me a DM on Discord, because I have so many people that do that every day. I'll write it. There's a rule in my line of work. It's called don't bite the hand that feeds you. Don't do anything to bite it, regardless of what might be perceived as a bite. Always err on the side of caution, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Green 4 setting up multiple defensive positions up on this hilltop. We do see that it is both a BTR-80 Alpha and 2 of those Dishka cars being driven in pairs of 2 by Echo, as they're basically just marauding around trying to find the Warrior. And with the Warrior on its own on the southern side, that could very well be a winning strategy. Yeah, you know, that's X-Wing Ian. He's one of my DayZ mods at this point. Hold on. Yeah, reading what I just wrote, that would have... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I cannot say that out loud. Anyway.
Oh, did you send it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, hold on.
What did you meow at him?
Oh my god.
Sorry, what did you meow at him?
You told me to message.
So you meowed.
I meowed. What else?
Alright, so Blue 4... Yeah, right?
Yeah, I can understand why you didn't want to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Green 4 lose their first person here. Blue 4 opened up early. That was Wonder dying. We also have the AH-6 Little Bird starting to suppress that area as well, but it quickly waves off. See, I would have Bloodwing join me, but she works till 5 o'clock remote, so she wouldn't have the bandwidth. Plus, she's in an extended work week, and she's transitioning to a new position at the end of the year, so they swamped her with a bunch of additional work, so it's... Oh, she's busy. We got Zixby firing off with that M76, trying to get a kill here. He takes some close shots. Oh, Zixby, I think, just got shot in the head, and he's dead. What a shame. But I'm going to be honest, the M76 compared to the 20-round Mark II 11, the Mark II 11 has a better scope because you're comparing a PSO-1 to basically a MOZ, a medium optic sight. And then you're comparing a 20-round magazine to a 10-round magazine. 20 rounds of 7.62 by 51 versus 10 rounds of 8mm magazine. So... no surprise. It's like comparing it to an SVD. SVD is a piece of trash compared to the 211. Otherwise, we see some really great noob tube shots by Green 4 here, but they're not insta-killing. I say as we look over and see a guy get insta-killed by that, but he was already unconscious, so we did also see the admin pop up to state that they were testing new damage models again for FNF, so... Honestly, I think a noob tube should, if it hits you at the feet, kill you, because it's literally meant to turn your body into paste, you know? Alright, so Wonder Swola dead for Green 4, Peasant dead for Blue 4. Crisper just wakes up. Now we got the H6 Little Bear doing some far suppression from the sky with its minigun. Yeah, or at least your legs are gone, but if, for Arma 3's sake, you're dead. That's the sum of trauma setting in Ace Medical. You're dead. Now, we do have the Warrior starting to come up, and we do have a Blue 4 group walking right on top of where the 80 Alpha is. I got some AP shots going in. Charlotte does also have the mod, so the Echo Mat team is right here. And they immediately put around and smoke that BTR-80 Alpha. Warrior survives and quickly pulls away. But we do have Green 4 Echo also coming up. So the other BTR-80 Alpha is really far on the northern side. It also dropped a few people off on an oil rig just across the water for them to get some really good machine gunner positions. That's not going to be that... Oh, no, they've got a direct shot to look right at the terminal. So they would fallback security. That's amazing, now that I think about it. Because they can just camp that spot. And Blue 4 aren't going to think to look at an oil rig literally like 700 meters away from the objective. That's nuts. Alright, Warriors pulled back on the left. I think Echo have a decent angle on it. You got Yanni trying to range a shot here. This is going to be a 450 meter shot. With an RPG 42 or 32. This is a very easy run to range. Round goes in and it falls way short. Ooh. That round only went 250 meters. Second round goes in and it just misses as the Warrior returns fire onto their position. They disperse. And that was 2 out of their 6 rockets used. They only have 4 left. Blue 4, meanwhile, checking the wreckage of there, but they hear Echo firing, so they're sending some guys back. It's going to be Echo on Echo. A 4-man team to trade off. That's fair. Yeah, that was a Yanni miss. Yanni's pretty good, though. It's rare to see him miss, especially that spectacularly. Otherwise, the main element of Blue 4 is now pushing a reduced Green 4 element. You know, it is quite possible that Green 4, in pushing out like a good chunk to even... Huh? What'd you say, Dream?
Yanni is bad at the video game.
Ah, okay, yeah. So a personal jab at Yanni. I see. All right. I see, Dream. Okay. Yep. Otherwise, we do have the Warrior now coming up the MSR. Charlotte might try to line up another hit here. No, that's the Blue 4 Echo team. Green 4 Echo has Yanni, and he might try to line up an AT shot. I don't agree with the Warrior trying to aggressively push the Echo team.
The Warrior has gone down.
Yep, and you see Fonz is on fire now, and he gets gunned down by Nemesis. That was a bit of a mistake made by the Warrior, but oh well. People don't make the best calls in FNF from time to time. We see Nemesis gets gunned down by the Northern Echo team. But what I was saying earlier is Green 4 might not have enough people actually defend that site against a massive group of Blue 4. So Blue 4 actually, even though they just lost their Warrior, I would say they have a bit of an advantage right now because Green 4 is getting picked off outside of the AO. But that could turn around because Green 4 still have an 80 Alpha ready to go. They've got good overwatch on the objective, and they still have a decent spread. We just need to see if Blue 4 can blow through that Bravo defensive line that Green 4 has. And then what happens in this Echo versus Echo fight. Yeah, third time the charm, right? Only takes 3 rockets. But now Blue 4 is starting to get on top of some of the Dishka cars that Green 4 was using. But now that they only have 3, they can fit 3 people in that Dishka car compared to the 2 groups of 2. GL's also coming in. They're pulling back down to a set of buildings here. I don't know where that other dismount was, but I'm going to assume it was somewhere down there. We see Yanni firing over at Sam. There's my tracer. Alright. Sam has a parachute for some interesting reason. But he's suppressed, but he's basically keeping Green 4 pinned by having them shoot at him, so the rest of his team can move south and continue to engage. Little Bird making a long pass on the southern side of the ship. 80 Alpha trying to return with some AP rounds from the north. All seem to miss. Hit him while he's turning. Nope, they lose the line up there. Ooh, never mind. He gets a nice shot on the tail rotor. That chopper's still out. Alright, right now main fights between the Echoes. Blue 4 still pushing as Bravo for Green 4 starting to pull back to the AO. I do agree with that call. However, this massive open field here might put them in a kill zone, so they gotta be careful. Green 4 Echo now down to 2. That might turn into 1 as Seasmo and Charlotte on the flank trying to get Cullis. Cullis gets crippled and knocked out. Wise has pulled away to the other side on the west. He's trying to maximize this open area with the PKAS red dot. Might spot Alexander. Seasmo gets the double tap. Alexander now taking fire. He quickly runs into the foliage to hide. Now it's going to be up to Sam to push up and potentially kill Wise. Then this Blue 4 team can just take the Dishka cars that Green 4's Echo team took, and then Blue 4 can just reinforce the front line. Green 4 stuck in this open field with this Bravo team as the majority of Blue 4 pursues. And now you see Green 4 actually pushing back into the Blue 4 line, because if they pull out more into the open, they're just going to get picked off. So right now, Blue 4 winning a bit more, but I'm actually struggling to see. Yeah, no, like, Blue 4 just don't have a lot of numbers because they put a lot of guys in vehicle crews, and one of those vehicles was taken out. Alright, so we have Pi in the middle of a bunch of Green 4 trying to kill Kremit. Major Khan pulling away. Cheeseburger now pushing up to Pi's position. Major Khan could find Jamera here. Grenades being blindly thrown around. Pi taking some grenadier fire from Cheeseburger. Major Khan getting right behind Jamera. We're about to see a back of the head headshot here. Well, at least that Blue 4 player was able to turn around. Pi now trying to get away. He gets smacked up by Cheeseburger and taken out. Honestly, this Green 4 team, Blue 4 spread out way too much. Got a Bravo element all the way back there, and then Alpha Charlie on the other side. So Green 4, by turning around, might actually end up defeating Blue 4 in detail because Blue 4 spread out so much. So we might not even see any action at the first objective if this continues. Meanwhile, the Echo team for Blue 4 pulling back to the front line on foot. Looks like, nope, they're coordinating with a car that's going to come pick him up because Wise pulled back too far, and Blue 4 didn't notice that he survived. Another Blue 4 member taken out by a pair of Depso and NASA. Depso on 3 kills, NASA on 2, Major Khan on 2, but that group of 4 is now, or 5 is now 4. The only one that didn't have kills listed yet is Dobbs, but as the medic, you do want to be a bit more defensive. Rounds are going good right now, I would say. I thought Blue 4 would bulldoze that Green 4 line of 5 dudes, but they separated too far out, and that allowed for Green 4 to just turn around and get some nice kills. And now the sun is starting to come out. It's going to get a lot brighter. Wild grenade throw lands right on Crisper. He takes machine gun fire, though, from Major Khan because the shrapnel got absorbed by most of that bush. That's why you always want to trim your bush, all right? Otherwise, it'll catch too many things. All right, Major Khan now in a pickle here as Waldo's engaged him from the rear. GL goes off on the vehicle, so Major Khan got the infantry kill on Waldo and then put a GL right on the 50 cal car. This comment's brought to you by Manscaped. Yeah, right? Another GL goes right at the base of Tomer. Too far to get the knockout or kill, but enough to do damage to his legs. Now he's taking some overwatching fire from some further guys up. And we just saw Depso get a kill on a Blue 4 guy that was coming in on the flank. So Blue 4 trying to reform their line here, but it might not be enough. We have 2 people jumping out of the Little Bird. One of them's an AT guy, but they're way off. They're gonna have to glide over to the vehicle here, but then the Little Bird can just land and pick them up. So yeah, Meerkat dropped off to, he went to the wrong island where the oh god, that's unfortunate. Good idea of a play, but horrible execution, unfortunately. Tomer now knocked unconscious. Now, Blue 4, what's worrisome is we do have a group of 4 coming in from the south. They could get behind this Green 4 position and start taking them out. Kill count-wise, though, Major Con on 4, Depso on 4, NASA on 2, Dobbs still on 0. But that's 10 kills for that group of 5, so they're doing a great job, I would say. Tomer bleeds out and DCs. And now this Green 4 team might get pinned by Echo and Charlie for Blue 4 on that western hill just as they're attacked from the rear. I think Green 4 is going to take a few casualties because they're distracted. Now we're going to see if Meerkat decides to swim. Nope, he's bandaging first, but then he's going to have to swim over. Oh well. Green 4, meanwhile, moving right into that Blue 4 line. Depso gets shot multiple times and is taken out. Dobbs trying to now return fire. Great grenade throw. Knocks out Aquasio and Yaza. NASA now moving in for the kill. Puts a GL point blank. That might be a flare that's going to blind them. NASA runs up on Jet Cub, but neither side can get the winning shot. NASA runs around, does a 360. Both reloaded at the exact same time, but NASA gets the kill. And now you got UTech right there. Dobbs trying to suppress as we've got Major Combat's full away, but they're starting to wake up. Dream, your mic lagged super hard. I didn't understand a word of that, unfortunately. NASA doing some quick bandaging.
Yep. Molly did her first cast.
She had what?
My first cast curse.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little Bird now firing to stop. Or at least trying to stop the action as NASA's now pushing. These remaining infantry. NASA runs up to Yaza. Back dumps him in the head. Dobbs trying to run up to assist. Flare goes off. UTech tries to line up a shot. It's caught in a reload, and then Dobbs and NASA take him out in a 2-1. NASA on 5, Dobbs on 1, Major Con on 4. And Depso ended that with 4. So that's another group of Blue 4 wiped. And at this point, Blue 4 only have like a half squad to go up against that Green 4 element. This is a slaughter by these 4, what was 5 Green 4 guys, now down to 3, but they've killed like 3 times the infantry of their element. Yeah, Wonder and Wombat didn't get any kills. Kremet didn't get a kill. Depso had 4. Cheeseburger had 2. So the entire Bravo element, Little Bird trying to suppress again. But with this poor lighting and how quickly that Little Bird's going, it's not going to be able to find any good kills here. But let's see. Green 4 Bravo's 8 people. There's about 60 players on the server. 25 or 30-30 split. That means that this Green 4 group is roughly 20-25% of the Green 4 force. And they've gotten a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they've gone 2-1 and they still have 3 people alive. Which means they've at least eliminated 40 to 50% of Blue 4 on their own as a squad. While they're only accounting for about 20 to 25% of Green 4. So that's a pretty significant advantage statistically. Meanwhile, Kabubi Face is going over the river, or the ocean here. Steve, as the gunner, got a kill on Meerkat, I believe. T is now kind of stuck on this island. Yeah, Meerkat was spotted in the ocean and he got killed by the 80 Alpha. Now the 80 Alpha's moving islands. And T doesn't have any AT. He only has a submachine gun that won't be able to pen the 80 Alpha. But we just saw the medium anti-tank team with an Echo try to get a hit. Charlotte fires a second shot. It goes just over. But this is about an 821 meter shot. Makes the third hit. And the BTR sinks. What a shitty game of Battleship. I love how it's spewing fire as it goes underwater. I guess it's a phosphorus-based fire, so it can burn underwater like this. Yeah, once again, third time's the charm. Funny enough, the fire's gone out. Kabubi Face is still alive in the BTR, which now he's become a submarine. And now he's got to swim to the surface, but he's not on fire anymore because he's underwater. He looked like he was getting pulled back to the BTR for a second. He still got pulled back to the BTR. And he gets pulled back to the BTR again. I don't think the BTR wants to let him go. And he's got to be careful because he might drown at this point. He's lagging so hard he can't get to the surface. Oh, there's a shark coming. Da-dun. Da-dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm surprised he hasn't drowned yet. BTR wants to go. Captain must go down with his ship. I think Kabubi's completely lagged out because he should have drowned by now. We also see he's bleeding on the sand underwater quite heavily here, which I don't know. Oh, there he goes. No, shark. I meant the shark in-game, not you. But if you want that ass, I mean, it's all yours. I don't know how he's able to bleed underwater and stain the sand like that, since blood is also a liquid. But, you know, anything goes. Little Bird lands to pick up the one surviving member there. The 3 men of Green 4 are now they went all the way to the eastern side to regroup because they don't want to run into any more teams. But let's do a quick number count, shall we? So we got 2 Blue 4 in that Little Bird. We have another 3 right here, 4 actually, so that's 6. Company HQ for 7. And then Blue 4, 8, 9. 9 players left on Blue 4. Let's count Green 4. 3 from those guys coming back in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, oh no, 15, 16. So, what was that? 9 or 7 to 16? Okay, yeah, 9 to 16. So nearly a 2-to-1 number advantage for Green 4. Plus they have the defender's advantage. Plus Blue 4 still have to assault what I would argue is the worst thing to assault other than the vanilla office building where people rooftop camp. And the only way up there is the ladder. Now, you could argue Green 4 doesn't have the manpower to defend every single avenue, but Blue 4 does not have the manpower to assault from every single avenue. So this is just a mess. But it's going to be a bit of a slow game at this point, especially with that AH-6 Little Bird. Also, I love how there's smoke rising up from the water like that. From the 80 Alpha getting hit. If I were to make a guess, I would assume either that Little Bird's going to be the last asset alive, or it's going to get randomly sniped by the 50 cal. We just had Eric fire over at Blue 4, and I think he did just get a kill. That was Charlotte getting taken out, who was the Mat Gunner. Is TeamSpeak having problems? I don't think so. I just don't think Molly or Dream are speaking.
The task.
Hello, we're still here. He's just been distracting me.
No, I haven't. I keep telling you to talk, and you just say you're really nervous.
Stop doing inappropriate things while we're doing a professional streamcast, okay? Damn. Keep your hands to yourself. Wow.
Very inappropriate.
I've done
Naughty boy.
Dream.
Naughty boy. Bend over.
Oh well. Alright, Eric throwing a pen. Oh, no, it's a smoke grenade. Seismo tries to duck down. Almost falls off this little ridge here, though. Smoke grenade goes out as this 3-man team tends to come up on this angle. Dishka has picked up 2 other dudes and is slowly starting to move in, but now it is, what, 8 to 16? So it is actually a whole 2-to-1 ratio here. GL goes close to Sam, but Sam was in a bit of a lower grounded area, so he survives most of that shrapnel. And then T was dropped off to take the speedboat minigun, so he's going to try to come in from the harbor because now there is no autocannon to watch, but we still have that northern AT on the oil rig. More heavy rounds going up against that little bird. More geos coming in. Sam trying to push now to the coastal building here. It is enterable. And the rest of Blue 4 moving around on the side as we have a few other Blue 4 now dismounted on the Overwatch area. They might push up aggressively with their car. Ah, yes, hydrate. I need to get more water next round. I do see Company HQ. I don't know what knocked him out back here. I don't think he took a gunshot, so that was a bit weird. Maybe something in the pier knocked him out through ace. It's hard to say.
Okay.
Yes, Dream does know, or, sorry, go ahead, Bob.
Oh, sorry. I already forgot. Do you think people are going to do an Adriado?
No, I don't think Blue 4 is going to pull an Adriado. It would be nice to see, but there's way too many open areas here. For an Adriado, you would basically need things to be much more CQC based, and no statics or vehicle assets on the defender side. And Green 4 have too many statics to prevent something like that.
Understood.
But to answer a question from chat, yes. One of the first things I did when I met Molly was show her Dream's feet pics, obviously.
Yes, I really enjoyed them.
Yes.
Like, I really enjoyed them.
Alright, so that Blue 4 car drove up, already took 2 casualties. There's only Wiki Courts remaining on that side. Blue 4
I was drunk.
Dream's making up excuses now. Am I going to do Daisy tonight? No, I'm probably going to take a break from Daisy and instead play something else. Just to kind of turn my brain off, because it's been a very, not stressful per se, but just a very busy month. And last week I didn't enjoy playing Daisy. I don't want to force it this week, so I'm just going to play something casual and silly and have fun with you guys.
My prediction is not looking very good.
No, I don't think Blue 4 are doing too well at the moment. We do have, again, that 86 little bird doing so. We got that speed bump minigun, but there's some 50 cal shots on it, though we have the speed bump minigun now firing at the Green 4 static positions. Yep, he bailed out of the little bird because the engine went down. Now he's taking fire from the oil rig as well. He's going to have to get picked up by the boat, which means the boat's going to stop close to the oil rig and potentially get RPG, which we already see France with the RPG loaded. He might just be out of range. The boat's 667 meters away. I think the max cook-off for the RPG is 700 meters, but instead he's going to fire some rifle shots at the lot of suppression going on at Norris's position. RPG fired. Just short. Literally just a hair short, but it even did damage to the boat because of how close it was. Meanwhile, the crewman that jumped out of the plane, Goose, he actually died on impact. Heard another rocket firing from Sam here. He's trying to noob tube Norris. Sam did get a kill, but it's literally just Sam and T still alive. So, all right. Molly, here's what I want you to say. I want you to zoom in on Sam, okay?
What was that?
Can you zoom in on Sam real quick?
I can zoom in on Sam, yeah.
Okay. Now repeat after me.
Yeah.
Can Sam channel his inner Adriado
channel his inner Adriado
and win this match?
And win this match? Question mark.
Thank you.
So hurtful.
Can Sam win this match and channel his inner something? Oh. Come on, Sam. I'm rooting for you.
And he gets headshotted. So now it's a dead game. Green 4 have won. I think Fawn's late joined there, so he's gonna get put out. But yeah, it's only T that's still alive. So I'd love to see Malin as an admin do something silly to T here, because otherwise this boat's just gonna basically focus on the oil rig, and we're just gonna sit here for 18 minutes. The Molly caster curse seems to be far more powerful than Liru's. I'd agree with you if Sam died as she was doing the repeat of the curse, but there was still a bit of a few seconds of disparity there. I think for a first caster curse, though, that's definitely better than when I started caster cursing people. When I started caster cursing people, it would take at least a minute or two for them to die, but Molly's was within like 10 seconds. So I think that's a pretty impressive start.
Can T channel his inner Adri Harden and win the game?
You gotta be careful when you do it, though, okay? Because T, he's in a boat, he's going in, but it's still gonna take him a while to get in. So you wanna be specific, decisive when you choose who to caster curse, you know? F in chat for Sam, go for it.
Okay. So just okay. I'm ready. Can T channel his inner Adri Harden and win the game?
Well, he just beached the boat, so now he's stuck there. And now the boat turns, so he doesn't even have a good angle. Okay, not bad, actually. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Surprised the round isn't ending. That's everyone dead.
Are you done after this round?
Probably. I gotta make dinner, and then go play fast food
And
sim.
then we'll install the funny game.
Yeah, and maybe you can join Dante and I. But pleasure to co-cast with you guys, and yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you in an hour or so.
See ya.
All right, we'll be back to play something super casual in like an hour or two. I gotta go make dinner. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Have a good one. I'll get that prediction paid out in just a second.